So this short video is going to go over the Raspberry Pi kit that you got in the mail. So yours probably comes in some sort of bubble mailer. If we turn this over, this was assembled by Dick Brown. You can see it's a Amazon Basics case. And there's a lot of parts in here. We'll put a full parts list together at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and open this up. So there's a lot of goodies in here, and I'm going to show you each of them in turn. First, we have a USB 3.0 to gigabit Ethernet adapter. So if your laptop doesn't have a native Ethernet port, this will be super helpful. The case is split into two compartments. Cables and things are over here, and the actual Pi and related components are over here. So let's actually start this. This is a CSinParallel USB-C power supply, so I'm going to just put that aside for now. In this case over here, we have a Raspberry Pi case. So this is just a nifty way for you to actually store your Raspberry Pi. And this over here is the Raspberry Pi itself. So let's open this up and take a look. All right, so if you haven't seen a Raspberry Pi before, I'm just going to quickly go over what this is because I think it'll be helpful for the future. So this is the Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. You can tell because it says so right here. And let's actually go around the board. This is a 20-port GPIO pin set. We have an Ethernet port here. This is how we're going to communicate between the Pi and the laptop. We have 4 USB ports, a audiovisual barrel jack. We have 2 micro HDMI ports. So the Pi actually has support for 4K video, and there are 2 separate HDMI ports you can use for that. And this is the USB-C power jack. And then we have standard ports for camera and display. And the center chip here, which I'll talk about more in the future, is the CPU memory combo. So this Raspberry Pi, I believe, has only a gigabyte of RAM. And then we have some Ethernet control. The modern Raspberry Pis have a gigabit Ethernet, which is quite nice. Now, if we take a look right over here, you can see a little port over here, and this is where the micro SD card is going to go in. And this houses the operating system of the Pi. So you can find that by opening on the left side of your pouch right over here. And so your kit includes one 8 gigabyte SanDisk Ultra SD card. So I'm going to open this up. And so take that real quick. And then we're just going to insert it like so. And it should fit nice and snugly. And with that, your Pi is ready to get plugged in. You can, at this point, put it inside of its case. Take this thing off. Put that on. And then put this back on like so. And now we have a case, the little bit of space. You can see where you can plug in your Ethernet port, and you can still access the micro SD card. And the really nice thing about this case is that even though it's all enclosed, all of your ports are still accessible. So I'm going to put that down over here. So now let's take a look at the left side of this case. We have a small Ethernet cable. And we also have a heatsink and a USB to USB-C adapter. So we have all of these things to make it easy for you to connect this to your machine. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this in. Take a look at this power adapter. Okay, So here is the USB-C cable. I'm just going to unwind it very quickly. And let's plug that in right over here. Power plug right over here. And let's just plug that sucker in. All right, so it's actually a little hard to see, but if everything goes well, you should see a red and a green light flashing. If you see just a red light and not the green LED showing up, that means that your SD card is probably not inserted properly. And at this point, we should be able to connect the device to a laptop and everything should work. So I'm going to move things aside for a second. Here is my laptop. It's a standard Windows laptop. You can see that I actually have a Ethernet jack, so I don't actually need the USB-C to Ethernet adapter. So all I'm going to do to finish setup is I'm going to connect the Ethernet cord to the back of my computer like so. And then I'm going to show the rest of this via screencast.